Some sort of reprint of Twilight Masquerade and Surging Sparks Elite Trainer boxes have been released to Pokemon stores, and it got me thinking this morning, how has that impacted the market, both on these boxes and on the singles? Is anyone buying them, and are they worth picking up? Let's get to it. What prompted this video is that I was loading up AmazingRares.net this morning with some new items. They're not live yet, more on that later. But two of the items were the Twilight Masquerade Elite Trainer boxes and the Surging Sparks Elite Trainer boxes, which my distributor recently kindly sold me for about $52 a piece. So I was wondering, well, what's an appropriate market price? Because normally I would like to list them at about 40% markup, which would be about the $75 range. But I went over to TCG Player to check what the prices were, and it was very interesting. First up, let's look at the Twilight Masquerade Elite Trainer box. Like I said, I paid $52 to get these from my distributor, and I gotta throw it down because I want them to keep selling me more and more in the future so I can have product to sell to you guys. Anyways, I was allowed to get 20 Twilight Masquerade Elite Trainer boxes at the $52 mark. Like I said, I would have normally marked these up at about a 40% mark because after that, I got to pay fees. I got to pay for the boxing and the packaging materials. And that is a reasonable markup on Pokemon products, in my opinion, for a local game store. But I came over here and I was shocked to see that the Twilight Masquerade Elite Trainer boxes have a market price of $62.52. This shop right here is selling them for $64.95 with $2 shipping, so essentially $66.95. They got 7 of them. I have a feeling a lot of shops like mine got the same offer and went out, and now it seems like they're just struggling to move them at all. So I had to come in here and see if people are buying them. Come in here to the more data, about $65 a piece. Let's see, what's today, the 26th? I see about 5 were sold yesterday on the 25th. Quite a few were sold. Let's just call it 25. 25 were sold, anywhere from about $56 to $66. That is about less than a 20% markup, I believe. And if they had free shipping, it's even worse. They're basically breaking even at that $52 price. This was rather shocking to me, not because I'm hoping to make more money, but because I'm surprised this isn't being bought up and scalped and stored away for the future. I think Twilight Masquerade is a fantastic set with a couple huge chases in there, most notably the Greninja and the Eevee. The Greninja Special Illustration Rare and the Eevee Illustration Rare as 2 top chases in this set. And while $66 is definitely above MSRP of $49.99, GameStop sold these for $59.99, already above MSRP, and they sold out. They sold out everywhere. You're not going to find these on store shelves easily. Maybe they'll start to see a comeback, but they're still going to charge $59.99. So if you're lucky to find them, then you're still going to pay $60 plus tax in the store anyways. Really not a massive difference between paying $66 and paying $59.99. Yeah, you'll save a couple bucks if you're a pro member, but we're only talking about $3 here in savings. So I'd love to know from you guys, why are you not buying Twilight Masquerade Elite Trainer boxes? We'll dive into the singles at the end here, but let's hop over to Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks is a little bit higher here. We got somebody selling with shipping including for about $75. The market price is about $73.40. Cheapest one down here, shipping included, $75. Let's pop over here. How's it selling? Today is the 26th. A few sold so far, 2, 3, 4. On the 25th. Quite a few sales here on the 25th. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's call it 20, 25 maybe, roughly about the same, anywhere from about the $64 mark up to, let's just say, the $75 mark. And now that's with shipping included. So if I had to ship to California, an ETB I know cost me $10 to ship. So 75 minus 10, that's down to 65. 65, you got to pay fees. If you sell on TCG Player, you're paying about 13.5% in fees. You know, with paying $52 a piece, selling on TCG Player, you're making zero profit. Like, like what is the point? But anyways, here we are, $75 a piece. There's plenty of stock. I think there's like 715 current in stock. Now the price is going to start going up the more people buy this out. But again, I got to ask you guys, why aren't these being bought out? This is another phenomenal set. It's got 3 huge special illustration rares in my opinion. I don't know if it has the illustration rare, but let's take a look at the singles. All right, and we're in here looking at the singles. Every once in a while, I'll track the market prices and try to figure out what kind of value you're gonna get out of ripping your packs. I do this by looking at a 1,000 pack value that I calculate, basically taking the pull rates, how many times you're gonna pull a specific card times its value is gonna get your 1,000 pack value. We come down in through here. Let's just pop down to the bottom. Currently, Surging Sparks, a full master set is going to set you back $1,222. The 1,000 pack value is about $2,000. That means that if you rip 1,000 packs, you're going to get about $2,000 worth of value, which means that each pack is about $1.99 in value each as you rip. Now you might hit big or you might strike out and get nothing. Like I said, there's 3 huge special illustration rares in this set. Melodic, Pikachu, and Latias, absolutely phenomenal. We got the Pikachu full art is going for about 21 bucks. You're gonna pull it about 3 times, giving you a value if you ripped 1,000 packs of about 70 bucks there. We got the Latios illustration rare. You'll pull it about 3 times as well, going for a current value of about 33 bucks. Getting you about $112 worth of value if you ripped 1,000 packs. Ceruledge, $18.98. And so you got 2 pretty cool illustration rares. Mesprit is gonna got a little bit of value there. Really, your huge value here is basically on these 3 special illustration rares. And let's compare that to Twilight Masquerade. You're looking at a master set that's about $100 less than the Surging Sparks, but you're looking at a 1,000 pack value that's about 20 cents more, $2.20 per pack on average. It's got a few huge special illustration rares in here. You got the Perrin that's going for almost 100 bucks, Carmine for 70. You got that huge Greninja card for 370, which is looking to be a little bit on the rise here. Over time, recently it's gone up to 370. Not too much on the ultra rare front. On the illustration rares, you got some big ones. You got the Eevee, you got Chansey, Tatsugiri, and Hisuian Growlithe up here. Obviously, these are pretty huge pickups to grab. You'll hit them on average about 3 times, getting you a pretty good pack value if you sit there and rip a ton of packs. Also, surprisingly, Secret Box is huge in the TCG. It's going for about 15 bucks. You're going to pull it about 5 times on average, getting you a pretty good value just for getting those A specs of the Secret Box. One last thing I wanted to look at was kind of like the Scarlet and Violet overall ETBs. What is the best selling stuff right now? Obviously, the Prismatic and the 151 are going to be king. I'm not really comparing these sets to those 2 sets because those are special sets and they've got evolutions, or the 151, the original 151. Obsidian Flames is doing really well, $163 for a basic Obsidian Flames ETB. And then you see the Surging Sparks is a big seller, but still its market price is only about $73 right here. I don't see this lasting long. I think they're going to start selling and going crazy. You can already see Black Bolt, which is even a much more recent set, and hopefully we get reprints because I'm trying to master that set and I don't have any inventory to do it with. Destined Rivals was well, I'm trying to master that. I'm hoping more boxes hit the store shelves, but we know that the Twilight Masquerade and the Surging Sparks have hit the stores, so we do see a huge drop here. $62 for Twilight Masquerade. There's no profit to be made there, and there's no profit for me to make when the distributor's selling them to me for $52. Absolutely crazy. But again, I think the numbers show, and what you see with all these other ETBs, it's a great buy right now, which is shocking me. I'm bringing this up because I want you guys to tell me what your thoughts are, especially if you're someone who likes to buy and keep for the long term. Why are you not buying up Surging Sparks and Twilight Masquerade now? This is the opportunity right now. You can see Journey Together, even $85. Why is Journey Together way higher than Twilight Masquerade and Surging Sparks? I don't know. Special sets, Pokemon Center stuff, Paldean Fates. You know, everyone's got to get Bubble Mew, right? $281 for a Paldean Fates Elite Trainer box. That's older. Don't expect to see reprints, but you never know. So that's what I'm seeing. I was kind of surprised to find these numbers this morning. Again, great sets. I had to go check out what the singles market was like. It's looking pretty good. Some of those things are starting to rise, especially Greninja. I just bought one myself. Got to have it for my personal collection because I'm not going to rip and try to get it. That'd be crazy. I think these are great prices on this stuff right now. Definitely worth thinking about. I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know. Anyways, I'll be throwing some stuff up on the website today. I'm going to have limits on everything that's brand new, and it's going to sell out instantly. I guarantee you, because like certain boxes, I only got I only got like 30 of. It's not going to go around very far, even if I do a limit of one. Anyways, guys, I hope you're having a great weekend. Please like and subscribe if you want more content from me, and I'll catch you in the next video.